Let's go back to 10 years ago when social media was just getting hot. A lot of people were saying, hey, you're not supposed to sell on social media. You're only supposed to promote 90% of the time and sell 10% of the time, right? Social media was a place where you could just build brand awareness, let people know what your business is about, a place for customer service, and just to get that brand recognition, right? Fast forward to today, and social media is everywhere. There's Instagram, there's Snapchat, there's Twitter, there's Facebook. There's so many different social media websites, and not only that, there are so many businesses on these social media websites trying to get and connect with their ideal clients, right? So now they have Facebook advertising and Instagram ads and YouTube ads. They have all those ads, right? However, you could still get your clients on social media when you connect with them in the way that resonates what they're going through, right? So that's what I want to talk about today is about sales content and how you can create sales content on social media to connect with your ideal clients and get them to take the desired action that you want them to take. Are you ready? Let's go. If you're just joining me, my name is Nina Nicole, and I help driven women entrepreneurs have more fun, freedom, and joy in their business, and of course, get more clients online. So let's start today. So the title of this post is Social Media Sales Posts, right? How to create social media sales posts. And I see a lot of people online, they're struggling with creating content, or they're selling stuff online and they're selling stuff and they're like, buy my stuff, and they're talking about features and not benefits. They're like, oh, you're going to get worksheets and you're going to get coaching calls, and they're not really resonating with their ideal client. They're not really going in and digging into those emotions that their ideal clients are feeling right now. And then on the other hand, I see people writing great content, but they don't have the balance of it's too long or too short. They don't have the perfect formula for actually writing content that gets noticed, especially when you're writing for scrollers or people who are very active on social media and scrolling, right? So your copy or your content, let's say, has to be clear, concise, and compelling. And some people, they start writing from their heart, which I do recommend, but sometimes writing from your heart, you say a lot of stuff and then people get confused and they tune out when you have too much stuff at once. So what I'm going to do today, grab a pen and paper, because I'm going to teach you how to write a sales post that gets your ideal clients to take action. So let's start with the content. Okay, let's go here. And if you don't know me, I used to write copy. I still write copy as well, but I used to write copy for clients. All right. And copy is writing to sell. When you're writing to sell a product, program, or service, you want to create content that triggers, I don't want to say trigger because I don't like that word, but that really evokes an emotion in your buyer, right? So you want to go ahead and talk to your ideal client or prospect where they're at right now. And what I used to do, and there's a lot of different copywriting formulas, but for you and for me, I want to use what I feel is the easiest copywriting formula that you can use today. And it's either called AIDA or IDA, right? So no matter potato, right? So let's jump into the content and grab a pen and paper. So the first part of this formula is called attention, right? So when you're marketing on social media, you have to break through the noise. There's so much noise. There's so much going on online. So the way you get an attention is write a compelling and captivating headline that's going on, that's happening inside of that person's mind right now. So let's use weight loss as an example. If you know me, you know I love using weight loss as an example because it's easy, right? And it's very relevant today. It's evergreen, and a lot of people, whether they need to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, or 100 pounds, they can all relate to losing weight, right? So we want to grab attention, but we want to grab attention in the way that hasn't been said before, or it may have been said before, but we want to pique their curiosity. So when you're writing your headline, right, first of all, you want the headline to be bold, right, on social media. But when you're writing your headline, you want to say something that really stands out and is different from the rest of all the health coaches and weight loss coaches out there. So I'm going to give you a simple headline right now. Let's just talk about, let's say, how to lose 30 pounds without dieting and exercise, right? So a lot of people, when you say how to lose 30 pounds, people are going to be like, okay, you have to diet and exercise. But if you put that without diet and exercise, people are going to be like, wait, I don't have to diet. I don't have to exercise. Tell me more. I want to know because I don't like dieting and I don't like exercising like that. So I want to learn how to lose weight without having to do that and doing stuff that makes me feel like I'm doing a chore, right? Or you can also say how to lose 30 pounds, even if you tried everything else before to lose weight, because people are going to be like, well, I tried the Atkins, I tried HIIT training, I tried Soul Cycle, I tried all of this. Hey, Allison, how are you? That's so funny. I think we're on the same vibration because I knew that you did content yesterday and I had my notebook prepared to do the content training. So that's so funny. We're on the same page. Good to see you, right? So basically, what was it saying? So even if you tried everything before, because people are not going to trust you and they're not going to trust themselves because they're going to be like, well, I tried to lose weight and I tried this and I tried that. So you have to put that even if there, so they could be like, wow, maybe this person has a new solution or different solution. So let me get more interested, right? And that brings us into my next tip, or not the next tip, the next part of the formula, which is interested. Now that you got their attention, you have to get them interested. And getting them interested, I feel like there's two parts to this, right? For getting them interested, the first part is talk about what's going on in their mind right now. If you saw any of my lives, if you hear anything I talk about, I'm huge on market research, because when you do market research, people are going to tell you the emotions they're feeling. They're going to tell you those trigger words, that they're going to tell you how they're feeling sad, frustrated, overwhelmed, annoyed, all that kind of stuff. They're going to tell you that. So to get them interested, you got to use the words that they're already using and throw them right back at them so it can click in their brain that you're talking to them, right? So we're talking about how to lose weight without dieting and exercise, or how to lose 30 pounds without dieting and exercise as an example, right? So to get them interested, you could start talking about the challenges that they're having, and you have to be really careful here because there's other copywriting formulas where it's like problem, agitate, solve, or problem, agonize, I forgot the word, whatever, and stuff where you just start digging into the problem. And now that we're like women and heart-centered entrepreneurs, we do not want to agitate and make them feel bad about themselves. So when you get them interested, you want to state the problem, but state the problem in a way where they know that you're talking to them. For example, to get them interested, you could be like, are you struggling? Let's see, we said how to lose weight without dieting and exercise, right? And you're like, are you feeling like you're sluggish and you have low energy and you don't have the energy to get up and exercise? Are you frustrated that you can't fit in your size 7 jeans anymore? So you have to get deep into their emotions, right? Are you sick and tired of trying every single fad diet out there and you're still not losing weight? You went to the doctor and your thyroid is fine, everything is fine, but the number on the scale is just not changing, right? So you could say just a couple of those things and make sure you're using like some trigger words like frustrated, sad, overwhelmed, things like that, right? So once you get them interested, they're interested because they can relate, they can resonate, right? So the second part of getting them interested is let them know that you know how they feel, empathize with them. Because if you're a weight loss coach, most likely 9 times out of 10, you struggled with your own weight, or you helped hundreds of people who struggled with their weight, where you can go ahead and empathize with your ideal client or this person and let them know, hey, I know how you feel. Just few short months ago, I was in the same boat. I had low energy. I felt like it was the end of the rope. I did everything. I tried every fad diet and it just wasn't working. And then I found the solution, and the solution was easier than I thought, right? So when you go into that, you're talking to them and you're empathizing with them. They can resonate with you. They can relate to you. They could say, hey, this person knows what I'm going through because this person has 50 pounds to lose, or lost 50 pounds, and she overcame that. So maybe I should listen because she's talking in a way where I don't have to diet, I don't have to exercise, I don't have to run myself crazy, and maybe she has a new solution. right? So you're getting them interested in that, right? So then now it goes into the next part of the formula, which is desire. You want to start talking about their desire, right? Because here's the thing, a lot of people focus on features instead of benefits, right? So you got to figure out what is the actual desire of your ideal client, right? Yeah, they want to lose weight, but lose weight is very vague. What do they want to lose weight for, right? There's always a reason why they want to lose weight. And people who want to lose weight, they have different reasons, and some of them have the same reasons. So you really have to tap into that desire, right? So the desire will be like, okay, I want more energy. You want more energy, right? But what's the reason to have more energy? I want more energy so I can be able to make love to my husband nonstop, right? Or I can run after my child, run up the stairs and play hide and go seek with my child. So my child won't, so we can have that bond. My child and I can have that bond, right? Or I want to lose weight so I can feel sexy again in a bikini so I can go on the beach and, take a nice photo shoot on the beach and be happy of my accomplishments and things like that, right? Or I want to lose weight because I have a history of illnesses, obesity illnesses, diabetes, heart disease, cholesterol, whatever the case may be in my family. And I want to make sure that I'm alive for my children in my family so I can create a legacy and I could be here to see them grow up and to get married and to graduate college. I want to be here for my children and I don't want to have a dis-ease, right? So you got to really tap into what they really desire, right? So when you're tapping into their desires, you're talking to them and you're painting a picture of what their life would look like after working with you or after getting the help that you are going to help them with, right? So you really want to see what they're really desiring, right? So let me go over that again until we get into the last part of it. So when you're writing sales posts on social media or even in your sales pages for that matter, of course, social media, you want to be clear, concise, and compelling because you have a little bit of real estate. But if you were working on your sales page or your sales email, of course, it will be a little longer and more detailed. But right now, we're being clear, concise, and compelling on social media, right? Or whatever. So we're getting the attention by making a great headline. We're getting their interest by tapping into their emotions, talking about what's going on in their head right now, finding out the words that they're using to describe their pain and using those same words with them to empathize with them. Then having a desire, showing them what it would be like to work with you or what it would be like to get outside of their pain, right? So the next step, right? So once you talk about what it's like to work with you, the desire, this is where a lot of people miss the mark. And I see this a lot. You have to tell them what action to take. Like a lot of people need to be guided, right? People want to be guided. You see it all the time. You see like these Facebook ads or whatever, and people are like, download now, buy now. People are like, tell me where to go. Where do I send the info? And I'm like, it's right there. You see it. But people, they don't read, or I don't know what their problem is or whatever, but for whatever reason, they don't take the action if you don't tell them to, because they want to be guided. They want to be led. So when you're talking about how you're going to help this person lose weight, you could say, okay, you have the attention, how to lose 30 pounds without dieting and exercise. I know what you've been going through because I've been struggling to that too. I know you're feeling overwhelmed and I know you're feeling sick and tired of carrying the extra pounds. You have low energy. I know exactly how you feel because I used to be that I used to have low energy a couple of months ago. And then I started exercising. I started finding out, how I can really get control of my body and find out what works for me without giving up any of my favorite foods, right? I could still eat ice cream on the weekends. And I know that you're probably struggling here, and I'm just making stuff off the top of my head. It can be more streamlined, but you get the idea. And I want to tell you, I understand exactly what you're going through, but I could tell you that you're going to have more energy. You're going to feel more vitality. You're going to feel fresh. You're going to have clearer skin, right? And things like that. So if you would like to know the 3 simple steps that I took to lose 30 pounds do me a favor, click on this link below. But we're going to make it a little more sexier because people are always saying click on a link, right? You could say, grab my free report here, whatever it is. Maybe it's a video you have, maybe it's a free PDF you have, maybe it's an audio CD, maybe it's a Facebook Live, whatever the case may be. You want to make the call to action sexy, but most call to actions you see are like book now, call now, download now, click the link in the bio, and those work, right? But if you want to really reiterate what you're trying to accomplish with your client, and you could say something like, grab your fat blasting plan right now, right? Or let's see what else. Grab your fat blasting plan right now, or say bye to 30 lbs if you want to be creative, like lbs, pounds, or whatever, right? Say bye to 30 lbs right now, click here, right? So you always want to guide your prospect or your ideal client to take action with you. So when you're writing these posts, you want to make sure you have those elements. You want to get the attention of your ideal client. You want to get them interested. Then you want to paint a picture by showing them the desire. And then you want to have a call to action. Tell them how to get in contact with you. Tell them what they need to do. Guide them through their next step. Once you guide them through your next step, you're going to learn that you're going to have more opt-ins. You're going to have more leads. You're going to have more discovery calls booked, right? And you're going to have more clients because you're showing them that you really understand their pain, and you're showing them that you're the solution through your written word. And even if you're writing the sales post, it doesn't matter. You can also do this in video. You could do this in a blog post. You could do this on a social media post, right? But you have to remember, I'm just going to say a little caveat here. When you're on social media, and when you're sitting here and you're promoting your business, it doesn't always need to be sales posts, right? Because people need to get to know, like, and trust you. So there's other posts that you have to write on social media. However, my challenge to you today is to use this formula, this copywriting formula, AIDA or IDA, however you like to say it, attention, interest, desire, and action, and write your first sales post online. And I want to invite you, right? I'm doing something really bold. I don't even want to say bold, but I want you to write it, right? Write that using this formula. And after you write it, send it to me. Send me a DM, send me a PM or whatever. Send it to me so I can review it and I can perfect it for you, or give you a thumbs up or a high five and say it's perfect and it's ready to go, right? So send it to me. And you have to really know that you can write a post without being salesy or pushy, right? Because you're talking to your ideal clients. They're going to want to know who you are, especially when you can tap into their emotions and what they're feeling and paint a picture into what their life will look like after they get out of those bad emotions and into those good emotions. Does that make sense, right? So can I get a like? Can I get a love? So if you like today's content and you want to learn more about how to create compelling content for social media, for your opt-in pages, for email, whatever the case may be, copy or content, skilled in both, right? And you want to start attracting your ideal clients, getting those discovery calls, getting those opt-ins, getting those leads into your funnel, as to say, and getting more of your attracting more of your ideal clients online, I invite you to schedule a 30-minute strategy session with me where we could talk about what your content strategy is or lack thereof and help you create certain aspects of content that's going to get you noticed, that's going to fill the the know, like, and trust factor that is going to go ahead and get you the engagement that you want, that's going to get the attention of your ideal client, and then so that can convert into leads and sales calls and more clients. How does that sound? So I want to give you at least 1 or 2 strategies that you can walk away with and implement after our call so you could start getting results, right? So if you want to do that, after this live, I'm going to post a link to my sales calendar. I'm taking a couple of calls before the holiday. So after the holiday, after the 25th, I'm going away. So I probably won't be available to January. So you want to jump on those sales calls right now. They're very limited because I am extremely busy before the holidays. So anyway, do that. So let's jump on a sales call. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about your social media strategy, your content strategy, how you're using content to post on social media, right? So with that being said, Nina Nicole, signing out. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye.